Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Duels and Belts Wrestling Chatcast. I am your host, Johnny Deathdrop. As always, we're back after a 2-week hiatus on Sunday nights. Let's introduce the panel for tonight. On the top left, we have the inventor of the Lighthouse grading system, the one and only Coastal Crusader.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a great 2 weeks off, and we got a great show tonight.
On the top right, next to our guest, we have our resident masshole himself, the one and only Marky Pins.
What's happening, everybody? Another year older, another year wiser. Happy 4th to everybody, and welcome to our guest this evening, young Lilith Grimm. Got a little colder in here when she got in the chat.
On the bottom,
my lips are hard.
Shut the fuck up. On the bottom left, we have our very own Sunday night savior, the other Jeff.
Good. Yeah, wow, that was good. Right, yeah, this guy. Ready for this show tonight. We got a great guest on, and this is going to be fun.
And on the bottom right, we have, as always, the entertainment for the evening, the one and only Infinite Indian Inspiration, Triple I.
You know, it was a great 4th of July. That meant a week off and 2 weeks. I didn't have to speak to any of you idiots the past 2 weeks. So this is really great for me. Very peaceful. Oh, it was the best thing ever. Hopefully,
you guys don't saying, you bastard.
Not you guys, not the Brussels sprouts. I like you guys.
Oh, well, you got to be more specific sometimes.
It's implied. It's implied.
All right, it's implied.
It's implied.
And
that means it's a given.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the one who you are all here to see tonight. She is now the new WWX Women's Champion, the demon herself, Lilith Grimm.
Hi, everybody.
Round of applause for the victory.
Thank you.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Yes. Congratulations. Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, guys. The rundown for tonight, as always, with every interview that we have here on the Dudes and Belts Wrestling Chatcast, we are going to have our round table with the dudes. To start, we're going to go into our new segment that we use with Rochelle called the Dudes and Belts. Actually, I didn't even come up with a name. I'm trying to come up with one off the top of my head, and it's not working too well. Fast-paced questions is what we're going to be doing for the second part.
A hot tag.
Hot tag.
Lightning round.
Perfect. There it is.
Oh,
that's why you're on the show. I get it.
Yeah, I like that.
And then, of course, we've been talking about it for the past couple weeks. Tonight, for the first time, we are going to implement our subscriber perk, where we are going to be using Dsquared. And for all subscribers on the channel, you guys will be able to ask one question physically in person on the show to Lilith Grimm. Of course, no follow-ups, one only. And that will be for the last half hour, 45 minutes of the show.
Wait, we have to see their face?
Some of them. Some of them.
Oh, okay. It's only some of them.
Please,
right.
guys, these are subscribers. These are people who pay to watch us and to have this. Okay, you start going crazy on people, start calling them Brussels sprouts and shit, and it will be all on you.
It's just like I tell Little Coastal. It's okay. Strangers aren't always scary.
All right.
Yeah, stranger danger.
So let's start this off with the dudes. We'll start with Coastal on the left. You will get the first question, sir.
I guess my first question would be your influences in getting into wrestling. What made you want to be the demon and be in Rocky Mountain Pro and do this craft?
That's a good question. So my influences, though, the people that I used to watch that made me want to get into wrestling in general was obviously Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt will forever be my favorite wrestler. He's entirely the reason I started watching wrestling. A huge influence for me, though, the one that made me want to become a wrestler was actually Paige. I didn't start watching wrestling till later in my life. I was introduced to it from a boyfriend, and I started watching the year that Paige made main roster debut and won the belt the day after WrestleMania. And that moment was like, I want to do that. I want to do what she did, and I want that moment. And I always wanted to be a wrestler, and it just never really panned out to happen for about 6 years. And then finally got my opportunity to get in, and I, took it immediately. And 2.5 years later, here I am. But as far as the influences for the demon for who Lilith is, I've always been really into the weird, the macabre. I mean, this is just casually in my house. Like, my little gold skull. I just got this the other day. It's one of my pride and joys. I like weird things. I used to be a haunted house actor. I'm one of those psychopaths that watch horror movies alone at 2 a.m. in the dark. I love being weird and spooky and being creepy. It's fun. It's entertaining to me.
You'd be a perfect member of the Wyatt family. You so would be.
That was my dream. That was my goal.
All right. Next question will go to Marky Pins.
Yo, so being in the, involved in the macabre and kind of the occult kind of side of things, was it kind of a natural progression to lead you into the Legion under somebody's tutelage like Ronan, who also seems to live that lifestyle as well? Was it just like a natural friendship that was born, or did one have to approach the other, or was it more of like a mutual thing? Because you fit in with the Legion so very well with the Batu and Brumak and also with Ronan. And being the only female involved in one of these major factions that are going through Rocky Mountain has to be like a unique distinction. Tell me what it means to be the only female involved in this faction warfare that's happening in Rocky Mountain right now, and your place in the Legion.
Absolutely, yeah. Joining Legion, it was rocky. Ronan obviously chose who he chose for a reason, and he saw something in me. He saw potential at the lowest of my lows. I couldn't get a win. I couldn't get myself under control. I was so focused on hurting and just beating people up that I just could not focus on winning. But he saw something in me that nobody else saw. And that really is what Legion is about, is we are the ones that were forgotten, that refused to be left behind. And Ronan saw that in me, and Legion was the obvious choice. Like there was nowhere else for me to go. Like that was clearly where I belonged. And it hasn't been ideal over the last 6 months. We're not going to talk about Never Broken, but
I understand that.
Come from Legion, and Ronan has definitely, turned me into more than just a killing machine. Like now I have tact, now I have smarts, and that all came from the tutelage of Ronan. And as far as being the only female in one of the major factions, I mean, that's just obvious. Of course it would be me. I'm the heaviest of the females, weighing in at 210 pounds. I'm a bodybuilder. Like I deserve to be the only female in these major factions. There's nobody else that has earned what I have earned.
It's true. You are the ass kicker. You really are.
Sunday.
So Lilith, the thing that I noticed the most is your finisher, the Mancuerda. I am enthralled with that move. I love that move so much. It's my favorite finisher in wrestling right now, bar none. I'm just kind of curious about how you came up with it and how you named it.
Yes, so it kind of came accidentally, if I'm being honest. I was working one night on my moves, working on just wrestling, doing stuff. And I got into the position for it. And in my head, I was like, I could do a lot of damage from right here. All I have to do is, throw my weight back and I can just, pop their arms right out of their sockets, which excited me, of course, because who doesn't like popping shoulders out? Like, that's just fun. And as far as the name for it, I was torn. Between two different names. Originally, the Ripper was definitely one that I was thinking about calling it.
I love that name.
But Mancuerda is actually a medieval torture technique where they would wrap cord around the arms of somebody. They would taped to like a piece of wood or whatever here, so only their arms were like able to move. They would wrap cords around the arms, and then the executioner would grab the cords and throw back all of their weight backwards to rip through the skin down to the bone with the cords on their arms. So after reading that, I was like,
oh god,
You just had 4 out of the 5 dudes just quiver.
Like own ass men.
Oh my god, I something's happening right now.
Relax, Triple I. Jesus.
Oh, that was intense.
So if the Ripper would have been, I think Mancuerda fits it a lot better.
Love it. That name is amazing.
Because then you get curious, and then you look up what it means, and you go, "Oh, okay."
Mr. Yaden for 5 months. Like really appreciate you, bud.
Like, yeah, that fits. That fits very, very well.
It works.
All right, Triple I. Let's hear these long-worded questions of yours.
Lilith, wait, I want to put a disclaimer. Lilith, we are not responsible for what comes out of Triple I's mouth from here on out. Okay, go.
Hang on, I'm still recovering for a second.
Thank God.
Okay, so I had two questions, but I'm going to combine it into one because it kind of goes in the same topic. So it's going to be a little bit long. Yeah, as expected. As expected. But that will be for later on. So I'll make this one short. Actually, right now you're the only female part of a faction, as as was mentioned earlier. Do you see yourself, because you're a kick-ass wrestler, obviously, and you just struck fear into 4 grown-ass men with the way you're describing your finisher. That's how deadly you are right now. But do you see yourself ever leaving Legion and going to another stable, or potentially going out on your own?
You're always picking the questions just to kind of just nitpick and trying to get fucking details.
Yeah.
You said questions. I asked. Simple as that.
He's a resident paparazzo.
What do you want me
Basically.
to do? You want to go simpler? What's your favorite color? Where you
PM
from?
Triple I.
What's your favorite hobby? I can ask those lame ass questions, but I'm not.
My favorite color is purple, obviously.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Okay.
Well, there goes
That
one of
was
my
asking
questions.
the easy question.
Oh, good. You're welcome, Johnny Dsquared. I saved you some time.
Jesus. Go ahead, finish.
As far as Legion goes, I'm pretty loyal to Ronin. I'm pretty loyal to Legion, as long as it's beneficial for me. When it no longer benefits me, then I will do whatever will benefit me more. If that's another faction, then so be it. If that's going off on my own, then so be it. Whatever will get me the most accolades, will get me the most wins, will get me the most pain caused, that is where I will go. And right now, my place is with Legion.
I like that. You're your own biggest supporter, your own biggest advocate. I admire that. That's awesome.
Is that it, Triple I?
Yeah, that's it for now. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure that there wasn't a part 2 to that question.
No, my part 2 question is the next round. God forbid I expand upon a little bit,
All right. My turn. Considering you guys took half of my questions already, maybe I should go first next time.
Yeah, there you go. You're the host.
Yeah.
It's your choice.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Johnny Dumbass.
Jesus Christ. All the hate so far. Jesus.
No, that's just Triple I. That's who he is.
It's
He's
true.
a hateful person.
There's a cranky tie-tie Triple I right now. He did
Yeah.
tie-tie.
So,
He's tie-tie.
Lilith, you've traveled quite a bit lately. Throughout all of your places that you've visited, all the promotions that you've competed in, as of right now, who has been your toughest opponent to date?
That is a very good question.
That is a good question. And honestly, a lot of the girls I've been facing lately have been some badass bitches, if I'm being so crass. I'm torn. My match last night with Kendra KO was one of the toughest matches I've had. She was formidable. I'll give her that. The IWA Mid-South Women's Champion, Jessie Bell, was definitely a challenge. And for the record,
Oh boy.
that belt should be mine right now, okay? She cheated. That belt should be mine. But I digress. She was also a challenge. Kendra was a challenge. And there's been a few. Claudia Soul is one of my favorite people that I've ever worked with. Like she is just as beefy as me, and I was like, yes, let's just beef brawl. Like, let's do this thing. Red Hot Morgan, I love wrestling Morgan. She is a challenge every single time. Yeah, those have really been the women that have just like really pushed me to my limits. Obviously, I beat Kendra last night and got the championship, but
Yes, you did.
fine, I'll give her that.
Congratulations on your first ever title in your
Thank you.
early young career. And there's going to
First
be
of
plenty
many.
more.
Going through the metal
just gonna say
detector
that.
security just got a little harder.
So you are not able to pick one. You're picking many.
I'm picking at least 4.
Okay. Fair enough.
Owen gets it
Owen
going.
doing Owen things.
Owen gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Thanks a lot, Owen. Greatly appreciate you, bud. Owen gets
Thanks,
it going
Owen.
as always. Hey,
I love Owen.
those-
One of my favorites.
those.
Dummy Pins is a sub now.
There you go.
Hockey Pins.
Your
So is
son
it
is
Mr.
now a
Happy?
subscriber.
So is it Mr. Happy?
We
There you
have a
go.
no clown policy. I'm sorry.
We do not have a known clown policy. Clowns are great. They amuse people. They make people laugh. We
I
want
was
as many
nothing
clowns in
amusing
here as
at the
possible.
Colorado Cup. There was nothing
I don't know.
amusing.
It doesn't make me laugh very much.
He doesn't make me laugh at all.
I was
So-
laughing my ass off.
So
But
all
listen, Bodhi, he's a
so-
good
I'm
clown.
glad somebody found my psychological torment amusing, Marky.
So all those subscribers, if they're watching right now, they can actually join in later on in tonight's show to ask Lilith a question. There you go. You guys could benefit off of
Except the
these
clown.
gifted subs.
Mr. Happy?
Except the clown. He's a verified subscriber. He has every right to be here as anybody does.
What was that, Lilith?
I said, Mr. Happy can't ask a question. I don't want to see his face.
Thank you, Lilith. Thank
Wow. Coastal, you have someone that actually agrees with you about Mr. Happy. There you go.
Coastal, we're going to bring it back to you.
So we talked about who the toughest people that you fought currently or that you have so far. If you could pick somebody out of any promotion right now going to have a dream match, who would
God,
it be
you're
against?
such an asshole. I think you just basically crossed off all the douche
Man,
questions off the list.
That was my question.
Okay, we have a hashtag for this, guys. What is that?
Hashtag blame Coastal.
There you go.
There you go.
That's what
it's not
happens.
to blame Lilith. I have been getting blamed for everything for 2.5 years. That's my hashtag.
Go ahead, Lilith. You got the floor.
Does it have to be female?
No. Whoever you
Oh,
want.
this is good.
Pick a female and a male.
I like that. There you go.
Yep.
One of each.
Male, Bray Wyatt.
I knew that was coming.
Yep.
Just to live that fantasy of 20-year-old me getting to wrestle the one that made me want to wrestle.
So the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt.
I'm like, oh man, I love the Fiend. I'm sorry, I could talk about Bray Wyatt all day, but we won't. But you know what? That one's a little too obvious, so I'll pick a different one because that one's it's too obvious that would be one.
It was a good one though.
You know. All right, I'll throw y'all for a loop. I'm if I could pick any male wrestler right now that I would really want to wrestle, would be Viking Go down at AAA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viking. I've been watching him lately a lot, actually. Really studying his work. I adore what he does. His body control is immaculate. So I would love to throw down some lucha with Viking Go. And females. Rhea Ripley.
That would be a good one.
My
That'd be a
God,
very good
yes.
Book it.
Like she took my hairstyle before the dreads. I had the downed mohawk, and she took my hairstyle. So now I have to defend my honor.
Damn bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Marky Pins, you're on deck, buddy.
All right. Well, actually, I'm up.
You're up.
Yeah, I'm on deck.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Baseball
I'm
terms.
facing pitches right now. I'm facing Pill. I got a Sox
Live
jersey
pitching.
on, so I
Live
got you.
pitching.
I got
Yep.
you. So, you've been wrestling a while now. You just won your first title the other night. Besides your first major title, has there been any moment that vilified you, either in your own head or to your peers? You were here to stay, and you were somebody to be feared. Has there been a match? Has there been a moment, even aside from last night, in whatever organization it might have been? Has there been that moment that told you or the others that Lilith Grimm was somebody to be feared and that had to be on their show? Has there been a moment that vilified you?
Two moments, if I may. Both of which have been at AEW. The first one, I did a character interview with Steve at OVW, and he had the audacity to talk about my match that night, where Hollywood Haley J hit me in the head with a sock of rocks to win, because she knocked me out with rocks. That's what it took for her to take me down. So she got a victory, and she went on to win the belt. So you know what? That belt should be mine too. I'm coming for all these belts. You know what? I'm
Some
basically
bullshit
Bone
playground shit.
collector, belt collector.
You should come with the sock of rocks as well.
Oh no, I'll beat her. I'll beat her by ripping her shoulders out.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Back to
She
that
can't
again.
throw those socks of rocks anymore. I'll just rip the shoulders out of the sockets, and she can't even use the rocks. So it doesn't matter. But anyway, he had the audacity to bring that up, and then he had the audacity to say that he doesn't believe in demons. So I gave him something to believe in, and I don't know if you can see that, but I ripped out his heart, and I ate it in front of him. I let him live after. It was just a little warning to be like, hey, like, knock it off. I'm right here. How can you say you don't believe in me when I'm right here? And let's just say he believes in me now. So that would be moment number one. And moment number two came about a month ago. I had a tag match at OVW. It was me and Danny Moe versus Ari Alexander and Dream Girl Ellie. I had decided that I was tired of losing, and Danny Moe was about to get pinned and lose this match for us. So I took my mask, I took the skull that I wear, and I cracked Ari in the head with it. And then when her partner came in to save her, I dropped her on her neck. And when my partner decided to tell me that this isn't how we do things here, like, Lilith, come on, please, like, we need to play nice. She dared tell me we need to play nice. So I took her out too. I stacked their bodies on top of each other and I posed on them.
Yes, you did.
So those
Yes,
would
you
be
did.
moments.
Does that answer your question there, Marky?
She ripped a dude's heart out and ate it, Marky.
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Very much so, yes. I saw the tag team match. We watched that. We
Yeah, we
reviewed
covered
that
it,
match
yeah.
on the show.
Mhm.
And that was one of the coolest moments I saw in wrestling, where you just wrecked all three of those women and posed on top of them with your tongue hanging out. That was some scary shit. I would never want to meet you in a back alleyway when you're pissed off. That was a tremendous match. 5 lighthouses all the way. Absolutely. 6.
I wasn't even pissed. I was just kind of like mildly irritated.
That's the scarier part. Somebody else, ask her a question. I'm done.
Sunday, you're up, bud. Triple I on deck.
Yeah,
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
So I'm gonna try to keep this from scaring the crap out of me. But a few weeks before Milestone, we had Rochelle on. Yeah, Rochelle Riveter, and I asked the same question.
Oh boy.
I asked the same question to her. Of the RMP roster, which male would you most like to wrestle?
Ooh.
I think I know the answer to this one, but I'll let her answer.
Hmm.
You better let her answer.
Yeah, I'll strip at your heart to and eat it.
No shit.
There are a few that I think would be quite fun to wrestle. I mean, the obvious answer is Dustin because I want his belt.
Yeah,
That girl. Yup.
Oh, Coastal, did you see that?
I have more. I need more. You know the picture of Kenny Omega with like all the belts on
Yes.
it?
Yep. Yeah.
I need to recreate that, so I have to start collecting them. So Dustin, obviously, for that.
there you go.
You know, I wouldn't mind fighting Orin.
That would be awesome.
That would
be awesome.
I like his style. He seems like a fun match. I
He
wouldn't
has a
mind.
belt too.
Yeah, he's got a championship belt too.
Yeah.
He does have a championship belt, and you know what? It's purple.
Yeah, it is
Purple.
Oh my god!
It
First
almost
female
belongs
Twitch champion
to you.
right here. Yeah, first female Twitch champion. Titus, get that championship committee on this one.
Why not? They seem to book everything else.
I would love to fight Drake.
Dude, the belt stream match right there.
The Twitch championship match, I'm down. I fight men all the time. You know what? Like, I love, fighting women's fun, because, and you know what? Intergender and regular and like female wrestling, they're two very different styles because, when you're fighting a man, like, men are obviously, they're bigger, they're stronger, they're built differently than us women, but that doesn't matter. And I love to prove that it doesn't matter. So I will fight any man, anywhere, any day. I fought a man on Friday, in fact. And you know what? I beat him too.
You
There you
did.
go.
Did.
All right, Triple I. Let's hear part 2.
You gonna beat him too.
Oh, I had part 2, but Coastal stole it. So there goes that. But I do have one. You've been wrestling for a while now. What is one match, or maybe there's more than one match, but what is at least one type of match that you want to wrestle in that you have not yet? As an example, like a Falls Count Anywhere or Last Man Standing or things of that nature.
Casket match. I want a casket match. I want one so bad.
That makes so much sense. All right, let me jump in and follow that up.
Go ahead.
With who?
I was just
With who? From anywhere, for anything, who?
Rosemary?
Oh, that'd be good.
You said anywhere, anyone.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You all set, Triple I?
I am.
All right.
I love the answers. I'm enthralled by all of them.
I would definitely pay to see Rosemary versus Lilith.
Yes, that's.
Just tell me where it is. I'll sign up for it. I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm coming over.
I'm coming over. Yeah, I know.
We
you
can
and
watch it
money
together.
are-
We'll have a watch party.
Well, you just know that
Yeah.
Triple I's not going to pay for it.
No, he'll come over to my house and watch it, but he won't help me pay for it. Absolutely not. I'll just take it out of his Friday night winnings next year. That's all.
There you go.
It's good to be the king.
That's exactly it.
All right, throughout your travels, what has been your favorite city or venue to compete at?
OVW in Louisville.
Is it the atmosphere? Is it the legacy? Is it anything specific?
I've been going out to OVW since November. I go out at least once a month, more if I can. Louisville's pretty far from Colorado, so there are struggles with that. But I actually really love Louisville, like a lot. I'm there quite often, and usually when I go out there, I spend a few days training, hanging out. I have so many friends out in Louisville now, and I really love the city. It's a beautiful city, and I really enjoy being there. And then getting to wrestle in the Davids Arena, like, that ring is so much fun. It's so big. Compared to the normal, rings that I get to wrestle in. Like, it's definitely the biggest ring I get to wrestle in. And that's just so much more room to throw people in. Like, I can throw somebody as hard as I can, and they're still in the ring. I do that in a 16-foot ring, and they're probably going outside the ring. So that's fun. The environment's fantastic, and like it reminds me of RMP a lot. RMP is obviously my home. I love RMP. And OVW, it feels like RMP, but it's different. Like, it's RMP adjacent, to me, in my mind. Like, it feels like home. That locker room feels like home. I don't feel like I'm coming to a new locker room. I feel like I'm coming when I'm there.
Jumbo Samori says, I love Davis Arena. I don't like Louisville's roads.
You know what? You got a fair point there. And you know what? At least there's like 80 million tolls. There's just like that one toll road that can be easily avoided if you just go on the other bridge. But yeah, their infrastructure is not the best.
And then we got the
Of course, they've never driven in Boston.
Let's see.
Yeah, probably not.
All right, what do we got here?
I recommend learning how to play Gran Turismo 3 before you ever come and try to drive in Boston.
That's true. That's
highly recommend it.
You would think that every other street is one way and makes sense. No, it's like there's 3 one-way streets and then a regular street and then some more one-way streets. And
yeah. What you're saying is get a driver.
Yeah, Uber.
Yeah.
Basically, just Uber it.
Or a camel.
They grew up playing Rad Race. Or a fucking camel. Come on.
I heard Boston
They're seasonal
has
in
the
Boston.
hardest.
You know that.
Zamori goes, I heard Boston has the hardest roads to get around. Fact.
Yeah, none of them make sense.
None of them make any sense.
No, there's no grid
They're all
system.
old.
They try and say it's a wagon wheel, but all the spokes are broken.
Yeah.
They're like old colonial, like dirt roads that just got paid over.
Some of them are still cobblestone in the
best
north
of
end.
luck. A lot of them, yeah. And they're barely wide enough to put one car through. So best of luck. If you ever come to Boston, just Uber it. You'll be good.
Yep.
Be good.
Starting the rotation again. Coastal. If you have any more, of course.
I have one, and I don't know if I should ask it. I don't know. I don't want to start beef.
Why is the biggest guy always the most
just opened up
shit?
Pandora's box right
there
there.
it goes, right there. Just say it.
Just opened up.
Too late.
Oh God, I see the look in her eyes to get it.
Yeah,
Would you want to wrestle from the 3-ring circus for Bud's hair? I want to see Bud's head get shaved.
The mustache, though, right? Just bald with a mustache?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
In the bowler hat. Ball, mustache, bowler hat. With his eyebrows still.
I've already wrestled Bearded Lady. 9 is Brewmox. Brewmox can have 9. I take on Happy because I know I can beat him, and then because I want to see Bud bald. I think it'd be a good look for him.
I think we're not the only ones that want to see Bud bald.
Bud Ballflower.
Bud
Ballflower.
Book it.
I
Raise
love
a
that.
flower as someone shaving it. Is it like Rose? Like he loves me not. He loves me not. As you're shaving.
Like, do I get to shave his head after if I
Oh,
win?
that.
Well,
I-
that's
I would-
typically the
Yeah.
winner does it.
Coastal, is that your question?
Yeah, kind of. I just wanted to see how excited people would get about bald bud, and I wanted to see who. I think Lilith would be the perfect person to shave his head
I mean, he's gonna wear a
because
hat.
he would be
wears a hat anyways.
scared.
Yeah, but he's got long hair.
And after the
it's
tournament
like
that
down with
I got
shoulders
put
almost at this
through
point.
at the Colorado Cup, and he laughing at me, I would want to see him get laughed at too.
Oh, he gets laughed at all the time. Don't worry.
All right, Mikey Pins.
Holy shit. Okay. 10 years from now, where is Lilith Grimm?
Well, that's an obvious answer.
10 years from
I
now,
want to hear it out of her mouth.
10 years from now, Lilith Grimm is a full-time wrestler wherever allows me to do what I love to do the best. I don't care where I'm at as long as all I am doing is wrestling. That's my only goal. That is success to me.
And I feel that love when you say that, how much you dig this and how deep this is in your core right now when you say that. It's I don't care where it is. I just want to be there. Do you need the titles? Do you need, or do you just need the bones? Like, do you just, what do you need
I don't
going?
need
What's your fuel?
I like the titles. They're fun and they're shiny, which is fun.
I like shiny things.
Fucking Christ.
I mean, I like bones better. Bones make cool sounds when they hit each other. Titles don't really make cool sounds when they hit each other, but I will still take all of the titles just because I like to collect things. You know, I'm the bone collector. I'll be the title collector too.
I figured not hitting against each other, but the breaking would be a sound that you were into too.
That is also a fun sound.
Yeah, that's what I
She
thought.
gets aired every time the Manquerda happens.
Sunday.
Can you give me just 1 second?
Yes.
Are you going to get some more bones?
Getting something.
Triple H,
guys.
She'll
did
get
you
souvenirs
anger
for all of us.
her and she has a voodoo doll of somebody? You probably
Yeah.
eyes with your question.
Yeah,
I
she's
didn't-
probably got some sort of like seance thing she's gonna
I didn't ask.
do.
I didn't ask dumb questions.
What do you
I've
guys
asked-
think
I've
of the
asked decent
interview so
questions
far?
So
Thank you.
far is the scary part.
I ain't getting my bones broken or my heart ripped out or my
Yeah.
shoulder popped out of my socket.
Yeah,
He interviewed a guy. Oh, she was getting interviewed and ripped a guy's heart because he asked a dumb question. Just be careful, every one of you guys. Okay.
you say every one of you
Gosh.
guys, you too.
Well, I got past asking her the question that kind of half pissed her off, and my heart is still in my chest. So all I did was piss her off for you guys. That's why I asked an easy question.
it-
10 years from now, where I
Is it
I wanna
still in
die.
there, or is it in closer to like your spinal after you got slapped in the chest?
no, it's worked its way up from my liver after Damon pushed
Okay.
it down into like my pelvic area. It's worked its way back up. Like the muscles relaxed and it came back up. It's fine.
So the lungs are about there too, then, you know, because they were down.
My
by a
right
lot.
lung is still working. My left lung is not working at all. Still, no,
I'll
there's
lend
nothing
you-
working.
I'll loan you mine for a few days.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate
No
that.
problem.
You all set, Lilith?
All right, I'm ready.
Sunday.
So my question is, if you were to form a tag team with anybody in any of the organizations you currently work in, who would be your ideal tag team partner?
I have gotten the pleasure to tag with a few of the females that I'm in the organizations that I'm at. Harley Fairfax and I make a pretty damn good tag team. Even though she almost ripped my arm out of my sockets in a singles match later on, but still, we do make a good tag team. Another girl
That's
that
a scary tag team right there.
I mean, we're women. We fight. It's what we do. Another girl that I have gotten the pleasure to tag with, not in Colorado, is actually the current Rockettes Women's Champion, Reagan Grimes. the Unholy One, she and I tagged out in Utah. That was a fun time. I mean, all fun times come to an end.
True.
And she has something that I want now. So that's probably not going to be a thing anytime soon.
There's
that's another that's another scary tag team right there too, though.
I mean, it was fun. I did get to throw her off my shoulders for the victory.
It is that perfect, like, kind of, strong tag team partner and lighter, quicker tag team partner, and that fire and ice type mix, like lightning and thunder type mix between you two.
Definitely. There's this girl that has been wrestling over at IWA, Jody Threat. I would love to tag with Jody Threat. I would also love a singles match with Jody Threat, but I would tag with her too.
All set, Sunday?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Triple I.
I'll tag with you as well. I'll never go against you.
I'll throw you off my shoulders too. Let's do it.
Yeah.
He's a pretty decent manager.
Yeah, I took care of my Bellflower.
You did. Yeah. You stuck up for me, bud. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Anything for you, Coastal. You got one on my face. You got to stand up for yourself,
I mean, it's not hard to stand up to Bud Bellflower.
Huh?
It's not hard to stand up to Bud Bellflower.
That's very true.
He's only
Triple I, your question?
Yeah. So, obviously, I think it was Masshole that said, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I think it was him. But obviously, you have a long wrestling career ahead of you. But once your wrestling career ends a long time from now, do you see yourself maybe in a different wrestling role, whether it's like a manager or a, commentating or a producer or whatever the case may be?
Trainer, or that type of thing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, what else would fulfill you in wrestling?
I would actually love to be a manager or a valet. I've done it before. I actually started my wrestling career as a manager for about a year before I debuted. And I love doing it. It's super fun. So I wouldn't mind going back to that once, once my body catches up to me and I can no longer do wrestling full time. That would not be something that I wouldn't hate to do. But I love this business. I love everything about it. So any capacity that I could continue to do this until the day that I cease to exist, I will take any opportunity.
I think you'd be a great manager.
I mean, I'm a great manager for Legion, so I'm already doing that.
Yep.
Thank you for the follow, Snow Rabbit. Welcome to the Death Dropper. Welcome to the Rocky Mountain Pro Faithful. Glad you could join us.
Johnny Dsquared, question for you.
Question for me.
There's some. There's some comments in the chat here about Lilith's comment about wanting bones instead of wanting titles. There was quite a few comments in there. I didn't know if you saw that or not.
You talking about the Yaden comment?
Yeah, I saw that. There's another one as well.
Jumbo.
But yeah.
Had one as well.
Jumbo, yeah, exactly.
So go ahead and answer those questions. Or comment
on
that to Lilith.
Yeah, so Lilith, you had mentioned how, you'd rather, break bones, and that's actually kind of fun, but break bones and collect bones over collecting titles. That means that's of more value to you. So in the chat right here, Yaden had mentioned, everyone should want titles, and Jumbo had also mentioned after that, titles pay the bills.
And titles give me, when you're the title holder, you get more opportunities to hurt people and to break more bones. So absolutely, titles are, at the end of the day, that's what you want. You get a bigger purse, you get better opportunities, you can be higher up on the card. So yes, I do want titles, obviously, because I took the one last night. I'm taking every title I can get a hold of. I've had 5 title opportunities over the last few months, and just like I said with IWA, that title should be mine, and I will continue to fight for titles, because under the tutelage of Ronin, it has become clear to me that as fun as breaking bones are, as fun as it is to pull people's arms out of their shoulders, you can have that fun and also win and get more fun. So yes, titles, they're not as pretty as bones, but they do have as much value to me as the bones do.
Okay. No, I appreciate the clarification.
Yeah, the point would be that when you have the title, people come to you for you to be able to break their bones rather than you have to go after them. They line up to have you break their bones.
That is true.
Kane says we'll make a title out of bones.
Like that.
Oh, imagine.
Triple I, do you have anything for Lilith?
So, not to beat a dead horse, but we're talking on factions here. So let's just keep going with that for a moment, if you don't mind. If you could form a faction of your own, 4 or 5 members of past to present, who would you choose from anywhere? If you could form your own faction.
A super faction.
Helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you choose.
Wyatt.
I was gonna say I'll let you choose Bray Wyatt if you want.
Well, it's a good place. No, but it's a good place to start. It sets the precedent.
Either way. Rosemary. And Amon from OVW right now. So Bray, Alistair, Rosemary, Amon, and myself.
There you go.
There you go.
God.
Bray and Alistair would be really cool to have in the same.
Oh my god.
faction.
Yeah.
Winds of darkness. Holy shit.
Jet, thank you for the raid. Welcome. So, I do have a question that just popped up to my head. So I noticed on social media and everything like that, because I have to be on social media because I'm a streamer and I have to pay attention to that stuff now. I noticed that you have taken a kind interest into Lucha Libre. What brought you to learning and studying Lucha?
Impact. I was doing some tape study with Impact recently, and I got to some of the crossover episodes with AAA. And Viking Go is really what got me like, oh my god, like Lucha Libre is so different than what I'm used to seeing. And I started like delving into it from there. And at RMP, we sometimes have lucha training happen after our training. I've seen a couple of times and done lucha training with them, and I have nothing but respect for the athleticism and the different kind of culture. And like, lucha is very different from American wrestling in the way that the fans watch it, and the way that it's consumed, I guess would be the best way to say that. Like, like American wrestling fans, they love their wrestling. We all do. We love watching wrestling. But like lucha fans, like it's something different. It's not just like love. Like it's in their blood. So like I have a lot of respect for lucha.
Albuquerque baby girl, thank you for the 200 bits. Conductor Mike, thank you for the 20
I'm
bits.
a heavier girl, so high flying is not my particular forte. Not saying that I can't do that. I did used to be a gymnast, so there are a lot in my repertoire that, but I can still throw people, and the luchas do like to fly, so I would love to make them fly.
You could definitely oblige them like that.
Coastal, have you thought of anything?
I think I'm done. Everyone else has kind of picked away at my question list.
Yeah, you know how it feels now. You took like 2 of my questions away.
Why is everybody so mean and hateful?
It's been 2 weeks.
Triple I.
Marky,
Yeah, Triple I.
Marky, do you have anything?
I have one that I just kind of thought of. So give your advice to the young little demonesses out there up to Lilith after a show, and they want to know, how do you do this? How do you get involved? What do you tell the little demonesses out there? Because there's so many male role models, or maybe the younger boy wrestlers. There's not as many of the females that make it to an elite level like you seem to be on a path to do. How do you tell the little demonesses out there how to stick with it? What's your advice to the young ones?
My advice to the young ones is be yourself. Be yourself. And if you're weird and you don't have friends and they don't like you because you're weird because you like to play with bugs or you think snakes are cute. If people think you're weird for that, you know what? Embrace it, okay? Because being young, everybody's weird. We're all weird. What's normal for the spider is chaos for the fly. Like, normal is subjective. So be yourself no matter what, because someday people will embrace you for being weird. You just have to get past the pain of people not liking you. Because you know what? Who cares if they like you? You get to a point where you get to, if you become a wrestler, you get to hurt people. You get to beat them. You get paid to be weird. You get to win championships by being weird. Isn't that's the dream right there?
Love
So
being
just
weird.
be yourself and don't let anybody tell you that you can't be yourself.
Such a good answer. Such a
Great
good answer.
Also, snakes are cute.
I am not in a position to argue with you, young lady.
I
Not the least
agree.
They're up there with clowns for me.
Yeah, I'm with Coastal. We do need more weird people, just maybe not more snake people.
Adam
Good.
thought Jake was pretty over.
Yes, he was. He was.
Sunday.
I think I'm kind of at the end now. Everything's been kind of ripped from me too.
Triple I.
Right
I think
there
it's
was
time I'll jump in, but
Wow.
Yeah, right there was Sunday.
Well, I came prepared with my thinking hat today, so I do have another one for you, Lilith. So, you've worked in OVW. You've worked with Rocky Mountain Pro. I know that Boss Man is in chat. What is it like training and working with Yaden and Al Snow?
I mean, there's not much difference, if I'm being honest. They're pretty similar. You can definitely see a lot of Al Snow in Yaden. But obviously, Yaden is the one that trained me. So the path that I'm on, everything that I've been achieving, all these places that I've been going to, is because Yaden equipped me with the training, with the knowledge, with the ability in the ring to go out there and represent the company that I love. I love Rocky Mountain Pro. In my soul, in my heart, Rocky Mountain Pro is my home. And it always will be. And I feel that when I go to all these places that I'm representing my company, I'm representing my trainer in Yaden. And that's all I want is I want to achieve success, not just for myself, but for my company, for my trainer, to be somebody because he trained me well enough to be somebody. And, training with Al, it's a lot of the same. They train pretty similar. Al's a little
Weird.
He can be brutal. He will tell you exactly about yourself. And I appreciate that kind of training, to be honest, because there's no benefit in, oh, it's okay, like you messed up, but it's okay. Like, no, sometimes you need some tough love, and you need to be told, like, hey, that sucked. Do it better. You're right. That did suck. Let's do it better. And that's what I get from Al. And Al is an amazing trainer, absolutely amazing trainer. That's why whenever I got to OVW, I spend as much time as I can out there so I can get that training. From the Al Snows, the Doug Bashflow, Tony Gunn, like, they have an amazing training system out there. We have an amazing training system here, and I'm extremely grateful to all of the training that Yaden has given me. I'm extremely grateful that he took me in and he gave me a home at Rocky Mountain Pro.
So there's no real difference. It's almost kind of like the same trainer, just with two separate companies. Is kind of what you're saying.
It is a little nicer than Al. That's about the difference.
All right. Anybody else come up with anything off the top of their head?
No.
No.
This has been one hell of an hour of questions and answers right here.
Yeah.
I've noticed there's been a common denominator with all the guests that we've had on here from Rocky Mountain Pro, and every single wrestler that's come on to our Chatcast have raved about RMP, and rightfully so. I mean, when we visited their facilities 2 weeks ago, we could see why they raved about it. So, wholeheartedly, we can 100% relate to what you just said, as far as what you talked about with RMP and Yaden and the rest of the crew there.
Oh my God! Trek review: Lilith Grimm versus Triple I at the next milestone.
I'll fight any dude anytime.
You're a mark man next year, bud.
I'll bring extra bones just in case.
There's not enough. There's not
She'll
enough
break
moisturizer.
I think he wants to distract her with bones. Here, try these, and runs away.
Oh
yeah, that's true. If I lube up my bones, she'll slip off of them.
You would fit through that window in the basement we stayed at in Colorado.
Yeah.
After she gets done with you.
So Lilith, you've been to the new facility. You guys just recently moved from Fast. How is it?
Oh, I love it. It's a great facility. The ring's really nice. We still have the gym there, which is great. Obviously physical fitness is important to me. As it should be. As wrestlers, we're athletes, and keeping your body in tip-top shape is essential. And being around, and not even just using the equipment or being around it, being around other athletes pushes us to be more athletic ourselves. If we were training somewhere where we weren't around other people that were working out and pushing themselves, I don't know, that's just for me. That's how I've always been. When I was a gymnast, we would train with the football players all the time, as far as weightlifting and all that goes. And it always pushed us to be more. And that's one thing I really love about our facilities, between the new facility, and training going on as normal. And, it's still, it's a new place, but it's still home regardless, because it's RMP.
Love that answer. Regardless of where
It's a place, but it's the
still
people that make it a home.
And it's home. It's RMP. It's home, no matter where it is. Love that answer. All right, what we are going to do is we are going to begin our second segment. If you guys don't have any questions that have popped up on your head.
Nope, we're good.
No.
So we'll start our second segment of the, what'd you call it, Coastal?
Oh, the hot tag.
The hot tag. We're going to do the hot tag segment.
I like it.
Great, man.
Which, rapid fire questions. No thinking involved. It's 10 questions, and it could be about wrestling. It could be about a car. It could be any type of question. While we're doing this, Sunday, do you want to put the hashtag Discord in chat to pop up the Discord link for all the subscribers? If you're a
Discord.
Yeah, exclamation point Discord. There is the Discord link right there. You guys can join the Discord, and subscribers can go wait in the
pouch shelf milk.
God damn. And the subscribers can go to the waiting room channel that's off to the side, and then once we're ready to bring you guys in, we'll call you in one at a time. All right, Lilith, you ready?
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Question number one. Actually, you kind of answered this one for one of the questions. What means more to you, bones or titles?
Titles made of bones.
Titles made of bones.
Titles made of bones.
Titles because they break more bones.
True. So, okay, question number 2. I don't know if you have an exact number, but I think I have an idea on what the answer is. How many shoulders have been broken by the Manqueda?
7?
7. There you go.
All of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say all of them.
Yes.
Oh, yes. 7 different shoulders.
Favorite pre-match meal?
My favorite pre-match meal is to go to Noodles and Company and get the cauliflower gnocchi rosa.
Wow. Favorite video game?
Skyrim.
Okay.
Good game.
Is it?
Favorite Skyrim. Favorite cheat meal?
Spaghetti.
Wrestler who you would like to meet?
Bray Wyatt.
How'd that go?
Favorite genre of
Second
music?
Cage. Ooh.
You're not supposed to think. Quick.
Pagan folk.
Ooh. Favorite movie?
August Rush.
Nice. If you could team with anybody, who would it be? I'm assuming that's male or female.
I like that. Anybody.
Bray Wyatt, Rosemary.
All right, you got one of each. Face anybody.
6-person tag.
Yeah. Face anybody in any promotion, who would it be?
Rosemary. Rhea.
And I believe that is 10.
And
Pretty
rapid
good.
fire.
10 rapid fire. All right. Oh, actually, here is a question, and I know I was tagged in this tweet not too long ago. How did you end up naming the death drop?
Oh, the death drop. So that move, I think came from my haunted house game. I used to work at the Asylum Haunted House. I was in a straitjacket, in a 45-degree tilted room, and I would stand in the corner, like bending over backwards, looking at people, and I would just stand as perfectly still as possible. And most of the time, they thought I was a prop. I'd let them get in their room, and I would do the drill. And, it got a similar reaction as it does in the ring. So I started doing it in the ring. And I was trying to come up with a name for it. And, it was actually Hollywood Haley J who called it the death drop. She was like, you could do that death drop thingy that you do. And I was like, there's the name.
Boom.
And I was like, why'd you call it that? She's like, because it looks like you're going to kill yourself every time you do it.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's freaky as hell because it comes literally out of nowhere and it just scares the crap out of everybody in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
It's appropriately named.
All right, what do we got here? We're going to switch this over real quick, guys, to see who we have in Discord. Oh, we got nobody on the waiting list. You guys don't want to talk to Lilith face to face? What's going on here?
There's an interesting question in chat. What is Lilith's favorite weapon to use in a hardcore match?
Oh, we got Mikey. Hold up, Mikey. Well, we'll let Lilith answer this question.
So I haven't gotten to do hardcore matches yet, but having been out at IWA Mid-South, which is obviously a more hardcore show, and having gotten to train with, people like Orin Vite, I've been watching a lot of death matches lately. First of all, I love fire. I would love to bring fire into the ring because I love playing with fire. But but I'm really drawn to barbed wire for some reason. Like, that's something that I would love to get to play with.
You need to hit somebody with a bone wrapped in barbed wire.
Yes.
It's on fire.
You just need like a big cow femur and just wrapped in barbed
Cow
wire.
femur. A flaming
I'm
Or
femur.
a human femur wrapped in barbed wire. It would kind of look like, Mick Foley and his 2x4 wrapped in 2 fires, just a human leg. Just
Well, why not? She has a
swing it
human
by the
heart
ankle.
right in front of her. She has a human heart right in front of her. I wouldn't doubt it.
Add Mick Foley to my Mount Rushmore as well. Because Mick Foley escaped my mind because I was trying to think earlier. Mick Foley would be on the Mount Rushmore as well.
I love Foley. Foley is good.
Foley is
With
good.
with one O.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I see what you did there.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
That's called spelling.
Oh. I can spell.
Yeah,
Aye.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Mikey, I see you're in the waiting room right now. Come on in. You have that one spot open. Come on, Mike. You gotta be on the ball here, buddy. Let's go. I heard ding.
Now you gotta unmute your mic.
And your camera, if you want to be seen.
If we don't want to.
Come on,
Yes.
man. We use the Discord. We use the Discord for Pokemon Go all the time up here. Come on, you know how to do this. Come on, let's go.
We got the
I
cam.
never use this thing. Come on. Give me a break here. What's going on, guys?
All right,
so
Mikey.
Yep.
I had a question earlier and it ended up changing because I've seen the well-deserved like for Bray Wyatt. How do you feel about the storyline between him and what was going on with Randy Orton?
There's a lot of emotions there. I liked where it was going, but I don't know. I like where it was going a lot, but obviously I would rather. I just want to see Bray go to the frickin' moon. In my personal opinion, I think Bray is one of the most genius creative minds of wrestling. Just period. I'd say definitely within the last 10 years, last 20 years even, but just in general. And so I just want to see Bray do what Bray do. So I actually really enjoyed the storyline between him and Randy. And especially the fire match, because as said, I do love fire.
That was cool. That was cool.
That's what matches I want. I want an Inferno match.
That would be cool to see.
Find me somebody who's set on fire.
Right.
Not
Yeah,
me.
I
All right, Mikey. Good question.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Mikey.
Thanks, Mikey.
Yep. Have a go.
All right, who else do we got here? We still got Mikey.
It was a good story for a long time. That was a good story for a very long time, and it seemed to have just fizzled and fallen apart with it.
They've had a couple of them between them two. That were
Yeah,
good.
the long-term storytelling. I wish they had brought it all together and brought back the stuff from WrestleMania. Was it 32?
Yeah.
The Funhouse match and stuff like that.
John Cena. That's what made me love wrestling.
We have another.
We got a jet flying in.
Yes, you
Jet.
do.
There's Jet.
See what I did
There's the Jet stuff.
See
What's
what I
up,
did there?
Hello, Miss Grimm. It's an honor to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you as well.
The question I have is, if you had to pick any manager from the past or present, who would you want to manage you?
That's a good one.
That's different. I like that.
That is a really good one.
Good one, Jet. Proud of you, bud. Or proud of you,
I'm
A.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I would love to have had
Jet,
All there-
you stumped the demon, bud.
I stopped to guess. Oops.
And honestly, like Paul Heyman, I know that Paul Heyman and I probably wouldn't mesh very well, but like, God, I love watching Paul Heyman do what Paul Heyman do.
Agreed.
I got a good one for you as an answer to that question. Would have been James Mitchell.
Yes. Also, currently, Josh Ashcraft, the East End villain.
Yes.
I definitely think that, you know, the East End, or the legacy of brutality,
Yes,
definitely needs some lady brutality in it, in my opinion.
And who's more brutal than you?
Speaking of Lady Brutality, a good manager for Lilith, also a tag team partner from back in the day, would have been Luna Vachon.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, holy shit.
God.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she's probably one of the ones that I do a lot of match studying.
So we either have a lot of shy subscribers or they might just not have Discord. But we got the Trek reviewer asking a question. What does Lilith think of Bud Bellflower?
We kind of got to this a little bit, but we can expand.
I don't think
he wasn't
I don't
here
think Trek
then,
was here
at the
for that.
moment.
Yeah.
I think Bud Bellflower is a coward to start with. He's entertaining. I find him entertaining because he's really fun to mess with. He's so easy to mess with too. Like, sometimes it becomes not entertaining for how easy it is for me to get inside his tiny little head and to mess with him. Like, I don't even have to do much. And I live in that head rent-free because he's terrified of me,
Like
whether he wants to admit it or not.
It's like the cat playing with the mouse when it's still somewhat alive.
Oh, absolutely. Got to keep them alive for at least a little bit.
And you would think Bud, if he wants to be the ringmaster, wouldn't be as thin-skinned as he is.
I mean, whatever that snake oil that he's selling definitely does give him thick skin, so he should probably make his potions a little bit better.
It's amazing everybody calls him a snake oil salesman.
It's true.
It's
That's what he's peddling. Like, you know, he comes out there and he talks, and nothing he says means anything.
He's like the guy trying to sell ice to an Eskimo.
Absolutely. You know, like, he just irritates me, which is why it's fun to torment him.
So if you guys are a subscriber and you've already come in to ask a question, you can still ask questions in chat. We're still going to be strict with the one question in Discord for subscribers. But if you have more questions, you can ask them in chat and we will relay it to Lilith.
it's probably safer for you that way if we do it.
Yeah.
Honest, because if you come in the chat and you say something wrong, Lilith will rip your heart out over the internet.
Yeah,
Don't
there's a
doubt
jar
her.
and it'll go through the fiber connection and yeah.
Don't doubt her. It's safer for you.
Oh, and she's
At this
holding
point.
up that jar of heart.
And it doesn't matter where you are. So
I say this heart's from Kentucky.
So she travels.
Mm-hmm.
So Kentucky's on my no-fly zone then. Okay.
Can you imagine the guy scanning that like, okay, yeah, luggage, heart, oh, just let that go, okay.
They hates me.
Have heart, will travel.
I keep the mask close at heart with me, obviously, so I keep it on my carry-on. God forbid, like I have a bottle of blood in my bag or something, they have to go through it because they open it up and it's just right there on top. It's just the mask. That's the first thing you see.
So, I was just gonna say, shit. If you don't have a cam, it's okay. You can just have a mic. That is the only requirement. Don't have to have a cam if you don't want to, but if you want to be in the Discord call, you should have at least a mic. So we're gonna start with Jet here. If you were going to compete for a women's tag team title, who would you want to? Oh, tag team title. Sorry, tag team title. Who would you want to team with? I think you answered that earlier.
If I was competing for a tag team title,
Women's tag team title.
honestly, I would choose Reagan. I would choose Reagan Grimes as my partner.
Okay.
She's the longest champion, so obviously she can win championships. So if I'm not going for her title,
And DBA,
and we're
you
going
can
for
just
different
type your
titles, I
question
would
in
choose
chat if
her
you want.
to come
No
with
worries.
me. But she's spooky. You know what? She's a little messed up here, and I'm a little messed up there. So we work well together when we want to. Like I said, right now, my views of Reagan are a little skewed because she has something that I want, but I would choose her as my partner.
All right, we got a highlighted message from Conductor Mike, who was in the Discord earlier, and he writes, of the dudes and belts, or of the dudes on dudes and belts, who would you want to get in the ring with if they all got some training?
Well, clowns are one thing, demons, no.
Mike, you got to be shitting me with that, right? She comes on the show with a heart in a jar. And you say which one of us would get in the ring with her?
You know what?
How about if we...
I pick eyes.
You
I nominate eyes.
We got triple eye.
I nominate eye.
All right, fair. I'm going with that. Eyes. Yeah. Never mind,
Luckily,
Mikey. You're safe. Eyes.
The question is directed towards Lilith, not you guys. So,
Which is also correct.
Marky.
Oh, yeah? Is that?
At the moment, because you're wearing a sports jersey.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah. I don't need a reason, but that'll be the reason I choose.
Damn, you got
Good enough.
enemies in the RMP, bro.
Happens wherever I go. It just happens.
I've known him for close to 30 years, and he's telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Trek Reviewer is saying, I think the perfect faction mates for Lilith would be the Brood, Abyss, Raven, Kane, and the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Could have been in the old flock.
Yeah.
Would have dominated the flock. Are you kidding me? With those guys, she would have stood out more so than any of them, even more than Raven.
She was just throwing Lodi around every week.
Well, no, Lodi was the sign guy. Lodi could have held up the Lilith is awesome sign, and like ran around.
He would have been like scared of her as he's like,
Yeah.
All right, we got another one from Jet. If you were to give a person starting out in wrestling any tips, what would they be?
The best advice I can give to somebody starting off in wrestling is don't give up. In the beginning, it's hard. Like professional wrestling is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I used to be a gymnast. I'm currently a blacksmith. Like I've done a lot of physical stuff in my life, and wrestling it's a challenge. So, and it's hard. It's very hard in the beginning. It gets disheartening when you just can't get something right, or you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it's always wrong. You just can't get it. It's really disheartening, but you can't let it get to you. You just have to keep going, because one day you will get it, and you'll be like, yes, I got it. And then the next day you get something else, and then there's the next thing and the next thing. There's always something else to learn. There's always something else to get. And you just got to hold on to those little victories to get you through it, and just don't give up. And another piece of advice that I don't follow on my own, which I need to, is let your injuries heal, because you will get injured. This is a physical sport, and you will get injured. Let them heal, because having permanent injuries for the rest of your life is not worth it. Take the 2 weeks off that you need to. Don't push through it because I got to go to training. Like, still go to training and listen and learn as much as you can from seeing it versus being in the ring. But let your injuries heal and don't give up.
Wait. You're a blacksmith?
I am.
That is so unique. How does one get into smithing?
Smithing?
Well, no, you need an anvil and a hammer and some fire. She likes fire, so it's kind of a natural.
Oh, I play a ton of Minecraft also. I understand that. Yes, but how did that's a unique career profession, did you know somebody that did that, or did you just get into that?
I worked at the Renaissance Fair because obviously, and it was I was a knife salesman at the blacksmith forge, and I just really fell in love with the craft. So I just picked my mentor's brain as much as I could, took a lot of lessons from him, and one thing led to another, and so now I just one of my things that I like to do outside of wrestling is just make things with metal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Jets going, come on, Lilith. He was had a typo.
What?
The last comment. The second to last comment.
Jet was saying.
Second to last.
He was saying that I was supporting Legion.
Oh,
why
okay,
are you gonna
yeah.
pick on me and get me in the
That's
ring?
why I thought it was a typo. Yeah. So Marky was supporting Legion, and then Jet goes, "You got to leave Marky alone."
I still do. I still do support Legion. What?
I didn't say I was gonna hurt you.
Oh yeah, I'll believe it when we see it.
That Manquera tickles. It's a tickle mark.
Yeah, so did the chop from Damon. Yeah, that tickled too.
And then
I heard it all the way in the back.
That's a loud tickle.
People heard it all the way back here in Boston.
So Yaden,
Yes, they did.
Yaden types in chat, still hoping for those ring steps.
I'm working on those. I have the material for them. I just need to get them all. I just need to get them put together.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh my god, we got everybody saying "hurt Bud, hurt Bud."
Hurt Bud.
Yeah, hurt Bud.
You can't because he'll file an injunction.
Yeah.
Oh God, he would.
Yeah.
And that's why he deserves to get hurt.
He's the Three Ring Circus now has a tag team title match this upcoming Saturday now.
We're really gonna talk about that?
Might as well.
Oh, and they're down a man now.
And
They're one less. One less, and Echo is no longer 3 rings. So
see, Triple I, she's telling you one day you'll cut a good promo.
Yeah, because she said, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
You get something new every day.
Stick with it, and you go. Yeah.
Eventually,
Hey,
you will get some promos. It will happen eventually.
Oh, I see.
There you go,
Very
Triple
well.
I. There you go, Triple I. Here's some words of encouragement for you.
You got to respond to that, Ice.
Yeah,
How are you going to respond to that?
Yeah, taking it from the guy who has like hair down all the way to the floor, fucking 10 feet long, and has like 2 teeth in his mouth as well. Yeah, great advice. All right, there we go.
Triple I.
Way to get him, bro.
Yeah. Good job, bud. You really fucking nailed that one.
No shit.
He's at the burn unit.
Do we have any more questions? Again, subscribers are more than welcome to come into the Discord and be on the waiting list to have their questions be answered live in person.
Actually, Trek brings up a very good point that Bud cannot file an injunction if his jaw is wired shut and he's in traction. So
No, because I could see
In
him.
writing, you could do it.
I could see him writing on a whiteboard everything he's trying to say and holding it up and pointing at it.
Yeah, but his handwriting's terrible, so it's fine.
I love it.
Oh my god, here we go. All right, Conductor Mike, hashtag Brussels sprouts win again. Echo, no Lilith scares me.
Not alone, Echo.
Let's see, Johnny, maybe you should kick Bud's butt. He lives right.
He's live right now.
Oh, he's live right now trying to take your viewers. Well, there's a couple people that are trying to do that. Let's see, it's main event time on the probably talking about Ring of Honor. Do we have anything else for the Demon? Guys, after taking about a half hour, 45-minute break, has anything come up?
I don't know. We've asked just about everything here that I can think of.
Yeah.
A lot of great questions.
Yeah, we can ask Coke or Pepsi, what's your favorite? But I don't think that's really entertaining. So
I don't put it anymore.
Well, there you go. Well, there's your answer right there.
But it was Mountain Dew.
It was
That a
Mountain
girl.
Dew.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, Marky, I knew you'd like that.
I hate Pepsi, but I love Mountain Dew.
We do have another one from Jet just now. If you had to pick one of the big companies to join, what one would you join?
I mean, they all have different. They're all very different. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the big companies. That none of them are exactly the same. They all have their own special way that they do their things, and it's hard to pick one because I could see myself fitting into all of them in different ways. Like there are different things that I bring to the table that would fit in any of those companies, and I don't care which one takes me. Let's put it that way.
All right. Echo, if you could go back and wrestle during any era of wrestling, what era would it be and why?
Here we go. Chat's kicking in with the questions now.
There we go.
I'd like to go back and wrestle in the 2010s. Because I feel like that was some of the best wrestling. B, it's when the women's wrestling revolution really truly started. It's like around between 2010 and 2015 is when it started. And I have a lot of respect for all the women of that era that really pushed to what it is now. Obviously, I would love to wrestle now because this is the height of women's wrestling. And there's so much opportunity for us and for us to not just be, for lack of a better term, a popcorn match. Women's wrestling isn't just they put the women out there. No, women's wrestling is main eventing. Women's wrestling is just as good, sometimes better than the men's wrestling. And
True.
Absolutely.
Right now is prime time to be a female wrestler. But I would have loved to have been around back then when women's wrestling was really, really starting to take off, and to be a part of that would be really beautiful.
All right. See, you also say I love all things she does.
Yaden's question's pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to get to that one. Training-wise, what sparked you... Jesus Christ, chat's going now. What sparked you into the extreme motivation to get out and travel over the last year? By that, I mean, what encouraged the confidence to go out and show what you've got to the rest of the country? Good question, Yaden.
It is a great question. If I'm being completely honest, I was terrified. I was terrified to start traveling. Rocky Mountain Pro, and huge thanks to Yaden, has a connection to OVW. We are the Al Snow Wrestling Academy Rocky Mountain. We have that connection. And back in November of 2020, we had the opportunity to go compete at the OVW Combine. And I didn't think I was ready. If I'm being I didn't. I was so new into doing matches. I was like, there's no way I'm ready for this. But you know what? The worst they can say is not now. So I went and did that. And Rocky Mountain Pro had quite a few of us there. I think there was 10 of us that competed at the OVW Combine. And getting to go and compete with my peers, with people that I train with, getting to be somewhere that you hear so much about from Mercury Yaden, from my trainers, it was really, really amazing. And then that was really the moment that I realized, oh, I can do this. I'm better than I think I am, and I have something here. And once that really opened up my eyes and getting to see what it was like outside of Colorado, again, obviously Rocky Mountain Pro is my home. I love being here. I love Rocky Mountain Pro. I love training at the Al Snow Wrestling Academy. But getting to travel really opened up my eyes. Wow, it showed me how special what we have at Rocky Mountain Pro is, because it's unlike anything out there in the country. The only thing that really comes close to it is OVW. I've been to many, many, many different companies now, and Rocky Mountain Pro is special. But it was really the combine that showed me that, oh, I can do this. And if I just really put my nose to the grindstone and really like dedicate myself to my craft and to this business that I love, that I can do this and I can be someone.
Very good answer.
And you've proved it each time you've stepped in their ring, too. We've seen it. We've watched it. We've reviewed some of those matches that you've had in OVW. And God, you look natural. It just looks natural when you step into a different stage other than your regular comfort zone of Rocky Mountain. When you step out, you go to OVW or you go to these other companies and you wrestle, you just look natural. You look like you just have and have always had that confidence inside. Like, and I know it takes years to build that, but it looks so distinctly natural when you are in there as the Demoness herself, that all the confidence in the world is there. So from fans watching you from the outside, you're kicking every bit of the ass necessary.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Melly Pins is the next one.
Hey, baby. My wife.
Which belt do you want to win next?
I would love the Lockettes Championship just because it has a very storied history at RMP. Some amazing women have held it, and you know it's my home company, so of course I want that belt. And I want that OVW belt. You know, Holly Hood currently has it, and as I stated before, it took a sock of rocks for her to take me down. So I should definitely get a chance at that belt. But the Lockettes is definitely one that is always on my radar.
All right.
If you get a shot at that soon, that match would be killer.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
My God.
if you're gonna ask a question in chat, highlight it so I don't miss it. You use your channel points. It'll just make everything a little bit more easier for me, so I don't miss any questions. Conductor Mike, what is your go-to music when you're working out and need to get hashtag hype?
Hashtag hype. If I'm
One.
doing some like real heavy lifting, if I'm doing cardio, I listen to pagan folk, like He Long Wardruna, Every Lady, which is who did my current theme song, which is pretty cool. One of my favorite bands. The hurdy-gurdy player agreed to do my theme song, so that's a pretty cool moment for me. So that's what I listen to when I'm doing cardio. But when I'm doing like some really heavy lifting and I need to get pumped, ska.
Yep.
Put on
Nice.
some really big fish, and you just gotta pick it up, man. Like that, like, ooh, you get those trumpets going. Like you're like, I can lift all the weight. Let's do this.
Agreed. I used to listen to ska before football games.
Like you can't. It's impossible to be in a bad mood while listening to ska.
We got Jet1294. Do you feel you could fit into the original ECW?
Yeah. It was a different style back then than what I do, but I think I could have had a lot of fun back then.
We lost somebody. Who did we lose? Rio.
Did he get too tie?
We have Conductor Mike. It's not even 11 o'clock yet. I don't think he's tie-tie.
No, I think he go pee-pee.
Probably.
Yes.
What's one thing you would have changed about the NWO? I mean, they just recently had their anniversary not too long ago.
25 years.
25 years. What's one thing you think would you have changed about the NWO?
Not much, honestly. Like that, the NWO is pretty damn solid.
All right. Well, go ahead.
I would have
continue.
changed the rate at which they expanded. I think that killed them.
not broke, don't fix it. So that would be the answer. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
All right, we had a Albuquerque baby girl. You did great when I saw you in Arizona.
I guess that was a fun match. Are you talking about the one with Maserati and Gypsy Mac?
I have no idea.
That was fun.
All right, we got Jet again. Do you feel that being a part of Legion may be holding you back?
No, not currently.
That was a dangerous question, Jet.
Very dangerous question, Jet. There, I mean, Jesus Christ.
I think she paused to think about if she had a jar available.
Yeah.
Whether or not I have enough formaldehyde is another question. But no, I have a lot to learn from Ronan still, and we've had some setbacks recently that we're not going to talk about, but I definitely Ronan has been a part of RMP and RW for a very long time. He has seen a lot. He has done a lot. And there's a lot to be learned from him still.
I agree with that. The experience factor of being able to be around somebody that's been around that long, the wisdom they could pass along, whether it's that tough love wisdom that Ronan seemed to show you for a little while, trying to keep throwing you to the wolves and see how you responded, that tough love. Like, I'm a father, I have a couple kids, and every once in a while, you have to show your kids some tough love. And it seemed like he was doing that with you for a little while, but it seemed like you responded well to that, kind of, sort of. But even still, that could still create a scar somewhere on the inside that maybe could continue to drive you. Maybe. I don't know. Time will tell.
Tough love is, yeah, I would say Ronan definitely shows me a lot of tough love. He likes to point out my failures and my shortcomings, and I definitely feel a desire to prove that he's wrong whenever he points out my failures. So he motivates me in that way, and he motivates me by being an exceptional leader. So I think that right now I very much so gain a lot from being, aligned with Ronan and Legion.
All right, we got Jet saying, not a question, because I think the last question kind of scared him. I'll hopefully be there for Shocktober so she can kill me. So she can kill me if I can get down.
All right, I will bring empty jars to Shocktober then. That is good.
Sounds like you might need a few.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I have plenty. I'll get extra formaldehyde.
Look at the smile on her face when she says that.
Hey, I think that's around my golf
Jet,
trip,
you
so
are
I think I'm
screwed.
going to miss Shocktober.
You can't miss Shocktober. It's our next biggest event. You got to be there.
I'll be watching.
No, because
Guaranteed.
that sounds like the place a lot of clowns hang out at, and there was already too many clowns there last time. So
I'm scared. Anyway, Echo does it with RMP filling up with factions. If you had to build a team with the RMP talent, who do you choose? I'm assuming that you're not with Legion for this question.
I would assume that this will be a 4-person faction.
1, 2, 3, yeah. I think
Yeah.
maximum 4.
Reagan. Can I still pick Ronan?
Yeah.
I would still
Why
pick
wouldn't
Ronan. And who would be a good 4th member?
There's not a lot of people like you guys. It can be a
Not
tough
outwardly. not outwardly, but like I said, like I said when you asked the question of like the advice to give the young demonesses of the world, a lot of people have their true selves repressed because they're told that they're too weird, so they don't get to let their weird side out. So there is a weird side to everybody, and I'd like to see the weird dark side come out of a few people at RMP because I know that it's there. You can see it. You can see it in their eyes. I'd like to see the dark side of David Drake.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I would put David Drake in there just so I can see how far we can push him.
How do you feel about Severino Corrente after the thing with him and Atiba being boiled over at Milestone, the way that he was acting? Because he seemed to have a little bit of a inner episode, I guess you could say, where Atiba brought the worst out of him, and you saw it. True. I could see, Corrente would not. I mean, and Corrente is definitely a formidable member of Rocky Mountain Pro. And, he takes no prisoners. He's very good at what he does. And you know what? Corrente would definitely be somebody that would be on my radar to be in the faction with, because I mean, like, to put it blankly, like, Corrente kicks ass, and he seems to enjoy kicking ass. So that is something that you would want in your faction.
You could pick someone like Demoness too. He's good at that, right, Margie?
Oh my God, here we go.
Oh God, here we
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
Christ.
I mean,
He is
any
very
member of
good
the
at
Wake,
that.
really.
Oh, you know what? No, I know exactly who I'd want to see. I would want to add Balaam Lynx, because I also would love to see the dark side of Balaam Lynx. I want to see that little Hellcat.
I think he's got it too. I think he's got
It's
it.
got to be in there. I agree with you. There's something in there that's being held back.
He's got the mask, like he's got the bone necklace, he's got the teeth. So I could bring something out in him. I think. I think Balaam has a dark side that he could have. I mean, obviously, he did not accept the offer that Legion offered him, which it's stupid in my opinion. But I don't think he's unredeemable as far as the dark side goes.
Maybe it was a mistake for him at that moment.
He seems to be doing well now. Like
What's going on now? Okay, like, that doesn't matter. All that matters is that he didn't accept off nothing. Well, Ronan still sees a lot in him. Like, Ronan obviously invested some time and interest in him. So if Ronan sees something in him, then I do too.
That's another good answer right there. Albuquerque baby girl, I'll try to make it to Shocktober and have your sign finished.
Oh, you better, girl.
Jet
I'll be
one.
looking for you.
Jet 1294. Scaredy Coastal.
What?
Hashtag.
Hashtag
Clowns are scary.
Scaredy Coastal. Jesus Christ, I can't fucking
Go
talk now.
subscribe to Rocky Mountain Pro and check out the Colorado Cup, and you'll see why I'm tormented.
Albuquerque baby girl also donating 110 bits to the channel. Thank you, Albuquerque baby girl. All right.
Thank you, baby.
Gracias.
With Titus looking for someone to face Dustin next week, would you have wanted to take that spot?
Oh, obviously. Absolutely, I'll fight Dustin anytime. I'll fight anyone anytime. I just want to get in there and fight. And especially if they have that belt around them, that makes them even, like you said earlier, having the belt brings people to you. So yes, I would love to be somebody that can try and take that belt off of him, because that belt in particular would bring me so many people to hurt.
And
Like,
it's purple.
you attract more flies with vinegar, and that belt is done.
And it's purple from what Marky says.
And,
Purple.
and it's purple. It seems like a natural mix.
But it lives with the wake, so it's there for a long time.
Unless it isn't.
I was waiting for a coastal comment on this.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. But for now, all
What about the
things
dark side
must
of
come
Owen
to an
Easton?
end.
Did we find the dark side of Owen Easton?
Well, we might find that out next Saturday. Jet 1294. Is there any kind of matchup that you would not like to take part in? Who do we ask that to? I think it was the Wake. We asked that same question.
I mean, I've been a part of a lot of different types of matches. I mean, I'm up for any challenge ever. I am not the hugest fan of triple threats because for some reason I'm always the one that gets ganged up on. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm bigger than both of them every single time, so I'm threatening. But yeah, I don't like triple threats because they always gang up on me, and that's not fair. Okay.
What about
I'm
Fatal
bigger than
Fours? What about Fatal Fours?
They can still gang up on her.
Yeah, but at least you can pair
Well,
off.
it's the
at a
same
fatal
thing.
four.
Yeah.
And if you're the champion,
Kids.
So you'll be okay with Hell in a Cell, Steel Cage, Inferno match, obviously, because you want to be a part of that. Casket match, Buried Alive match. I mean, we can name quite a bit. Street fights, hardcore matches.
Just as long as it's two people.
Oh, yeah. You put that kind of stipulation on there, then you can put as many people in that ring as you want. You let me get to play. You let me get fire and barbed wire and a cell. Oh man. Oh, give me a cage. Yes.
What about a death match? Like an actual death match? Barbed wire
Not
ropes.
out
Barbed wire ropes, tacks, every kind of weapon you could possibly think of.
I've been a part of shows with those kind of matches, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. I've had some conversations with some people down in Mexico about those kind of shows, so
Ooh,
who knows? Who knows what could happen in the future?
that's intriguing. Jet 1294. What do you think of Buffaloing?
I think Boomlock needs to take my path and listen to Ronan. You know what? Like, this whole Buffaloing thing needs to die.
Oh. That's awesome.
Straight up. There you go, Jet. You're asking some pretty shitty questions right about now.
no, it's a legitimate question.
I know.
They did last a long time in the peak of the pack.
They did.
Yep.
Top 3, I think.
Because of Brewmock.
Brumach didn't eat Owen at the time, which is good because we find Owen entertaining and he's good in the ring and think like, he's new and he's coming a long way and he's doing the right things and stuff like that. But in that peak of the patch, I could have eaten him. He's a hungry man. He's a big man.
They're happy that Owen stuck up for you and went after Damon when he got in there.
He did stick up for me in the Colorado after Damon, just adiosed me. Owen went right in there and took care of it. And now Owen is going to be getting himself a Charge TV title match at the next series of tapings. So good for him. But he did step into a world where the Legion are that one, and he was not one of the Legion, and I almost think that the Legion allowed it to happen. And because it was successful during that match, was allowed to continue on, and thank you for that, Ronan, and Lilith, and Brew, and Abatu for not destroying him, because he's been a big fan of our channel, and he likes what we do. But at the same time, maybe it needs to end. After everything I've heard tonight from Lilith, you might want to back off of the Buffalo Owen thing, boys. Yeah. For Owen's sake, because we do like him, and he's a good dude.
Is that Sage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, we were
See how bad that question
No,
was?
it's
Should have burned Sage. That question was that
She
bad.
got inspired by fire.
That's how much she hates Buffalo Owen.
Femurs or What the fuck does that say?
The
For the
humorous.
Humorous. Okay.
Humans, they make better sounds.
Oh shit.
Femur, bigger crack, humorous, better sound.
That was
Okay.
by Echo, by the way. Jet1294, how do you feel about mixed gender matches? Do they have a... What's that?
I said I love them.
That's just for them.
It's
So
a
that answers
two-part.
the back part of
It's
that.
a two-part.
Yeah.
Do they have a place in wrestling today?
Yeah, absolutely they do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely they do.
Wasn't my
I've been-
question. That was Jet again.
Matches, across the country. I went out to Tennessee to do an intergender. I did one in Texas. I did one a couple of days ago at Lucha Libre in Labs. Like, I love intergender. It's fun. Especially is mixed tag too. Like, mixed tag is super fun. Because at the end of the day, women and men kind of wrestle differently. You know, it's so to see that crossover of how women wrestle versus how men wrestle, it's fun because you get something new. It's the same reason why I love Lucha Libre. It's something different. It's new. It's not like what you see in American wrestling. And you will see stuff out of an intergender match that you will not see out of a straight female match or a straight male match. You'll see something different because what women and men can do together is different than what women and women can do and what men and men can do.
And there it is.
So I really see the place in it because it's different. It's something different.
All right, we got Owen Easton saying, what? Hashtag Buffalo Owen.
Owen wants Buffalo to keep
Owen,
going.
Owen
Wants to keep Buffalo to keep going.
Owen has said this many of times in my streams, in chat. He is hell-bent on becoming good friends with Brewmark.
Just remember, Owen, I know where you train.
I was just going to say that might be a tough nut to crack, but
Yeah.
Lilith put it a lot more violently than I was going to.
Echo, Jesus Christ. Echo, I ain't scared right now. Hashtag Buffaloing.
Ain't scared for now, right? Yeah.
Happy Kirky, baby girl. Echo, please stop. Don't want to die. Conductor Mike, Buffaloing.
Buffalo's a fan favorite here.
It's been since Titus booked it. Jet1294, it's a good question. Some people feel there's no place for intergender, and I was wondering where she stands on it. Well, there you go, Jet.
I mean, when done right, it's amazing. Just like we were saying
Agree.
before, and I just saw one of the best intergender mixed tag matches I've seen in a long time on AEW the other night with Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander versus the Bunny and the Butcher. The finish was great, and it was a really great match, and there should be more of it. I personally am for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got
just like she was saying, just why Lilith was saying, it's new, it's fresh, it's different. You see the different combinations, the different ways people work with each other in the ring, whether it's both of the females going at it or one of the males, one of the guys, one of the girls. There's just that unknown element of it. When in an era of a lot of like mainstream wrestling, things are very predictable. We've seen these stories so many times over. It's a breath of fresh air when done right. I completely agree with you on that, Coastal, and that doesn't happen very often that we agree about a lot of things. But I'm telling you, when done right, it can be some of the most entertaining stuff you see on TV.
And it creates matchups that we haven't seen. Like, there's so many matchups that we've seen in all these promotions everywhere, whether it's the top, to the indies, whatever. We've seen so many of the same matches over and over and over again. Now it creates something fresh.
we got Jet saying Echo versus Lilith. Sorry, Echo. I don't know about that one for you.
Look at her smile. She's smiling.
Jet, of course he needs Brewmark to carry him in the ring like he did in Peak of the Pack. And then Owen Easton responds saying, Brew will be my best friend someday. Coming out of his mouth. Alive tonight in chat.
I'd like to point out that Owen Easton, in the Peak of the Pack match, got an elimination on his own when he hit Drake with the stunner and pinned him 1, 2, 3. You can't say that Brew completely carried him because Owen went out and did what he had to do and got an elimination in that match.
Just like with Marky, he got the first elimination of the Colorado Cup with Dean Fleming. He had to do what he had to do.
Do what you have to do in the moment that you're in.
Videos don't lie.
Can you guys see Owen pulling up to like the Legion barbecue with macaroni salad or something? Just like, hey guys, how you doing?
Macaroni salad.
I could, actually. Everybody in the Legion is sitting out there drinking drinks that are like, they're foaming and they have the smoke coming out of them, and there's all kinds of occult things around. And Owen's just sitting there chilling. He brought his own radio.
Yeah.
Doing his thing. Doing his thing.
Brought some dogs for the grill.
Okay,
Right?
so chat actually gave me a question for Lilith while she's burning more sage or candles or whatever else is over there. What is it?
It's part of a jawbone.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get it to light, but it's not.
Guys, relax. It's just a jawbone.
She's lighting bones on fire, dude. Ask a question.
So, we have recently seen Echo be on his own. Echo is very, over, at least in our community. Do you think Echo would be a good fit for Legion? Do you think Ronan could possibly have his eyes on a guy like Echo? Kind of like what he has with Balaam right now. Even though him and Balaam had his thing at Supercharge back in May. Do you think Ronan possibly could be keeping an eye on Echo? Now that he's available?
I can't speak for Ronan and his plans. Whether or not I know about his plans, it's not my place to say anything about what he wants and what he has envisioned for Legion.
I'm thinking about your opinion. Your opinion.
In my opinion, we are Legion and we are many. So nobody's really outside of our realm of possibility.
Did you actually get the jawbone to light?
Yes. Just a little bit. It got down to the bone marrow.
Okay. All right. Echo says
here every day.
Echo says I'm too much of a troll.
I mean, trolls have their place in the spooky. Some people find trolls scary. Like there were those really terrible scary movies about trolls in the early 90s.
True.
And then there's the ones with the jewels in their stomach and the big hair. Those are scary.
God.
What we're saying is that Echo should grow his hair out.
How long?
Enough to get really high up.
I mean, it's pretty fucking short now, but that'd be a very interesting look, actually.
I don't know how well he'd fly with that much hair.
True.
Like, he's a mockingbird.
All right. Jet says, Coastal, you're scared of your own shadow.
I'm a big dude. I got a big shadow.
Yeah.
There's a lot that hides in shadows.
And there's a lot that can hide in my shadow.
Triple I, you've been very quiet throughout this whole thing. I am honestly
great,
surprised.
isn't it?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Well, two things. One, I was listening to the questions back and forth. That was the main reason. And two, on a side note, my contacts have been bothering me. So if I take them on, I can't see.
So have you come up with any questions over the past hour that we've been talking to chat?
No, I've actually enjoyed this very much. Actually, I'm reading the questions in chat. And I'm listening
You
to the
enjoyed
answers.
something with the Brussels sprouts?
Yeah.
No.
That's kind of what he said.
I did not say that. I did not say that at all. Some of the questions are good by other fellow RMP wrestlers, with Lilith as well. So yeah, they know what they're talking about. As far as the non-RMP wrestlers, no, I'll never enjoy their company.
Oh my god! All right, Lilith. This is the ongoing.
Are we really gonna ask
joke.
about the shelf milk
yes,
again?
Yes, we are. Yes, because it's a question.
It's a weekly occurrence. We have to ask the guests.
And it still blows my
it.
fucking mind about you guys. Do you know about shelf milk? Question mark. Which is Jet's question.
But it's really Echoes.
It's really no, actually, it's really just your average gens. So
I don't know what shelf milk is now.
thank you. Oh my god, Jesus. Apparently,
It's like the
I do like what they have up in Canada.
bag milk.
no, that's in a bag.
That's bag. They bag milk in Canada. You buy it in like a
It's like
gallon.
Capri Sun.
Kind of.
Free son of milk.
Oh,
So hot, milk was a bad choice.
Kind of hot in these rhinos.
Yeah, so apparently it's in a box and it's pasteurized with all the chemicals and stuff, and you can literally put this shelf milk that's in a box in the cabinet for God knows how long.
It's like powdered milk, isn't it?
Right?
Are we
No.
talking about powdered milk?
No,
It's like
liquid.
it's like liquid, but it's like rice milk or almond milk, or it just doesn't have to be refrigerated till
almond
you
milk
open
needs to
it.
be refrigerated.
Some of it
Once
does,
you
some of
open
it
it.
doesn't. Go to Trader Joe's. There's a whole shelf of like milk in the non-refrigerated section.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So, and you don't have to refrigerate it.
until you open it.
Wait. What'd you say, Lilith?
I said, do I look like somebody that goes to Trader Joe's?
Fair point.
I go in there every once in a while, but that's me. You don't really see too many, big dudes like me in Trader Joe's. The organic thing's not really. They got really good beer selection though.
Echo, I'll work on that. I do a lot of the video editing for the channel. I will work on a 30-second compilation of what shelf milk is. I will find a documentary and I will kind of edit it up. We can all find out for sure what shelf milk actually is.
Well, we know it's going to get asked to every guest that we have on.
Yeah.
We just need to edit all the video, edit the video, all the clips of us asking everybody about the
Do
shelf
that.
milk and what their response.
It'll be the Mount Rushmore
I'll do
question,
that.
and then shelf milk, and then Mount Rushmore, shelf milk.
All right, Conductor Mike highlighted this one for Triple I. Technically, you being in chat on occasion makes you a Brussels sprout.
You either defeat what you hate, or you live long enough to become your enemy.
I'm part of the Chatcast. No, I'm part of the Dudes and Belts Wrestling Chatcast. No, you stupid ignoramus. God.
And then Echo, at some point, Johnny, there has to be a shelf milk compilation. Yes, I'll get Marky right on that.
I'm working on that. I'll work on that.
Let's see. Get Albuquerque baby girl laughing her ass off. Pulled the Uno reverse card on him.
Yeah, Mikey did to Rio, but
Yeah.
and I was having no part of it. I told Mike to draw 4.
All right, chat. Do we have any questions? Any more questions for Lilith while she is still here? We'll give you guys another 5 minutes. In the meantime, Lilith, do you want to plug in all your social media accounts for everybody to follow you and to make sure that they are up to date with your doings around the wrestling business?
Yes. So you can find me on Facebook, Lilith Grimm. I have a regular page and a like page. On Twitter, I'm at Grim Lilith because they hate me and wouldn't let me put Lilith Grimm. I'm trying to be a little bit more active on Twitter lately. Instagram, it's at Lilith Grimm. I'm on TikTok as well because everybody's on TikTok. You got it on TikTok. It's mostly just videos of me. Actually, TikTok hates me and I get banned like every other day because they're like, no, this is violence and you need to stop posting violence. I'm like, it's just me snapping shoulders. I don't understand, but whatever.
TikTok hates wrestling creators. Believe me, I have tried.
I got banned So I made a TikTok. I got banned the day that I made TikTok for 24 hours for posting a video of me with a real heart just squeezing it. And I was like, yeah, this will be a great video. And they're like, nope, 24-hour block. I was like, dang it.
Oh.
I'm on YouTube as well. I put up a lot of my matches there once they go live, and I can put them there. Most of my OVW works up on my YouTube, so that way you don't you can see them there. That's pretty much it for my social medias. You can find me on all of them.
And it's not social media, but she's also on Pro Wrestling Tees. You can get her right there.
Yes.
You can get the same shirt that's behind Johnny's shoulder.
But I also have exclusive shirts that I only sell in person, so you have to come and get my shirts.
There you go.
Make sure I remember that for the next time I'm down there. There is actually one more question from Jet. What legend would you like to face in the ring in their prime?
That's a good one. Any era, company.
Papa Shango.
Oh.
CM Punk.
Not the wrong answer.
No,
That is
never
the
a
wrong
wrong
answer.
answer.
You can never go wrong with that.
Punk and Jericho.
Jericho,
Yes.
Jericho's a great one too.
Yup.
All right. Okay. Lilith Other Rib question. I'm assuming that would be the tattoo. And none else will get this.
No one else.
No one else will get this but you. LOL.
Echo asked about Lilith's other rib.
Yeah. Was that
No
the
one
tattoo?
else will get this but you.
Was that the tattoo that you guys did? I think shortly after Milestone?
Oh man. Yeah. You know, it's been long enough, Echo. Yeah, I'll probably get the other side done. I'll forget how horrible it was and be like, but what if we tattoo this side now too? I'm already like thinking about color, and I'm like, yeah, like that was horrific and some of the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. But like, what if we added some color too?
That's actually a good question too. So, which tattoo do you prefer? Traditional, new school, portrait, anything like that?
My favorite tattoo style is trash polka.
Oh, nice.
I think it's a beautiful style. And my back piece is going to be trash polka.
Nice. Black outline with shade, black and white, or colored?
I like color tattoos. With my skin tone, it's kind of hard to get color to show up sometimes.
Yeah.
But when I do the trash polka one, I want it to be mostly grayscale, like black, white, grayscale with splashes of color.
Nice.
Not a lot of color, just like very like vibrant lines of color.
That's the other one to overhaul. How do you feel about tribal tattoos? I think that's Ian.
There's an answer.
It's big talk from a man with a tribal tattoo. Tribal tattoos have their place. They can be cool to describe. You know, but some tribal tattoos go over your head and you're not quick enough to catch them. So there's my answer to that.
Definitive and assertive at the same time.
And then Albuquerque baby girl, let's get tattoos together.
Let's do it. I'm always down to get stabbed.
The dudes could all get tattoos together. Eyes, you go first. I want to watch.
Yeah.
I need an addition, so... Wait, what?
I said, ask Echo about letting somebody go first, because trust me, it's better to go first so you don't have to watch somebody else in extreme amounts of pain and know that that's coming for you.
I would prefer to go first. Just to get it out of the way.
No, if we were all going to go get ink together as the five of us, I have to go first. I have no ink, and I've always been like just scared to sit in the chair. I'd have to just do it and get it over with.
They're
I'd have to
addicting.
Just get the tattoo. Because here's the thing: once you get your first tattoo, because your first tattoo is the scariest one, and then you get it, and you're like, okay, like that wasn't bad. Then you get another,
It's
and then you get
addicting.
another.
Yeah.
And then, like about 6 months to a year in, you're like, let's get something stupid because I don't care anymore. And then you end up with something
Shit.
Think she froze?
Did we?
No, she's there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Ink life.
You can go
exactly,
first. Like
Echo.
I have 4, so I'll go last because I think they're addicting as hell. I love tattoos.
You could have mine.
2,
You can have
3,
mine.
4, 5.
just two tattoos.
Yeah, I got 6 myself. Jet, again, last second questions. We're gonna have to spout out your socials again towards the end because I thought we were towards the end, but now all the questions are coming because they just don't want you to go, Lilith.
I don't blame.
What do you think of non-wrestling personnel getting into big matches? God, fuck, John, fucking talk. Example: Royal Rumble, Colorado Cup, etc.
You trying to poke the bear, Jet?
Yeah. Whoa. Hey.
I saw that. I
You a
saw
little
that.
upset about that?
No. I don't really have an opinion on it. Obviously, what we do is extremely dangerous. We are professionally trained athletes. We work very hard at what we do, and I just don't want to see somebody get hurt stepping into our world because there's a reason we train so hard, and obviously you guys fared pretty well for yourselves for the most part. Some of you had your souls chopped out of your body.
I did. It took a while to come back. It hurt for a while, but I'm still standing. But I have a brand. I have watched wrestling, indies, mainstream, whatever you want to call it. I've been a wrestling fan since I was a little tiny boy, and I've loved it to a certain extent. But now I have an even deeper respect for it. After going through what we went through, it intensified the love for it, but it also gave me a new level of respect, even for one Damon Ace himself. It gave me a new respect for what has happened and what you as professional wrestlers and athletes go through on a daily basis. People who watch it and say, I can do that. No, you can't.
Yeah.
After one day of what? No, you can't. This is not what you think it is. It's not like these guys everybody just goes out for coffee and then they go to work and then they leave. No, it's not. Enjoy it, watch it, love it, but respect what the competitors and the athletes do.
Absolutely. I enjoy getting to watch you guys, in the cup. There are times throughout wrestling history that people have decided I'm going to be a part of that and bum rush the ring and just jump in and try to be a part of it. And it has never gone well for anybody that has ever done that.
And that's
Wednesday.
I heard it just happened the other night.
Yep, just
at a
happened
show
Wednesday.
somewhere.
It happened Friday night.
Friday, I've been looking for the video everywhere online to try to find it. I can't find it.
Yeah, that was definitely something. Yeah, that happened at Triple L on Friday, during the main event match between Nadia and Roy Seisman for the Triple L belt.
Stupid.
And that's for sure.
Never rush the damn ring. You want to go up to the guardrail and get a high five? You go ahead and do that in the beginning of the match. You want to cheer, you want to yell, you want to scream? Great. Don't throw shit in the ring and don't rush the ring. What is wrong with you if you do that? What is wrong with you?
You will get hurt.
They have a devilish.
By all of them. Everybody. What is wrong with you, man?
Do you understand how much pent up aggression we all have? We fight each other. We fight the people we train with. We fight for fun. You give us a reason to fight. Oh man, let's go.
Dumb.
Echo in chat, hashtag can't kill Marky.
I never said kill. I said can't end Maki in that promo.
No,
man.
Titus
Never
said you can't
the
kill
K
Marky.
word.
That's
Titus actually happened to say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Titus
right,
told Damon
but I
in
never said
chat
it.
that Thursday that you were recovering that you can't kill Marky. And Damon said, I will try.
And then that's when
Go ahead.
Titus knew he fucked
He
up.
fucked up.
Well, Titus didn't fuck up.
I didn't
That's true.
had a beef,
Yeah.
and I stood toe to toe.
So
What?
I said Titus isn't the one that Damon's coming after, so Titus didn't fuck
Yeah.
up.
I had
Marky,
a
we
beef.
both faced our fears that night.
We did.
Mhm.
We did. But I didn't run away.
Ooh.
I didn't either. I got
I
thrown
stood
away.
in front of a man that was a foot taller and 100 pounds heavier, and I hit him twice. Yeah, he hit me a lot harder, but I still hit him twice.
You also smacked him in the fucking face. Open hand.
You saw when I hit him in the chest. What did he do? Nothing. He barely moved him. At that point in time, all I had left was anger. There was no point in trying to actually wrestle with him. It was an anger moment to start a fight. And now maybe it might have been dumb. But you stand in the middle of the ring where everybody's screaming and yelling and your adrenaline's rushing 1,000 miles a minute. What are you going to do? I know what I did.
Take him out by
I
the
paid
legs.
for it, but I know what I did.
He's a tall motherfucker. Just take him out by the legs.
His legs are the size of redwood trees. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Just give it my honest opinion as a journalist. At
All right,
ringside that
Coastal.
night.
Love to see you have the opportunity. That's all I
Let's
have to
see.
say about that.
We'll talk about that later. Y'all are
Yeah.
just getting me pumped to start training, Jet says.
Do it.
Best of luck, dude. If you can do it and you want to do it, go get it.
Do it. Training, coming to wrestling is the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
And don't worry, Coleslaw, I didn't forget the other Jet comment. And one of y'all ran away with their tail between
I
their
was
legs.
thrown away when my attempt to do a big splash in the corner went horribly wrong.
Yeah, but when you first got in the ring, you went in the corner and was down on one knee hiding.
No, okay.
Smart.
So that's smart. That's
Smart.
using my noggin up here. Okay, but did you notice at first? I was like, "There's Damon." No, don't. And Damon and Kate left me alone. Strategy. I hid.
Yeah, you hid. Balaam
The object
didn't
is
hide
to
at any
stay
point
in the
during
ring.
that whole match. Yeah, Balaam didn't hide at any point during that whole match, and he won the thing.
He's a trained professional. I am
Yeah.
not.
Well, I mean,
I was in survival mode.
I wish this happened to me 15 years ago. I wish we met up and this all happened 15 years ago when I was a lot younger and had the chance to do this later on in the rest of my life. I don't have that opportunity. That's why I enjoy doing this now, speaking with the superstars now. Being able to come out to Denver and be in the Colorado Cup was one of the greatest experiences of my life that didn't involve getting married or having children. By far. I just wish this happened for me 15 years ago.
Let's see. Ian, starting training changed my life entirely. Do it.
It was a pleasure to talk to you while we were out there.
There is nothing. There's nothing in this world that is like being in that ring. It'll change everything.
Echo says it's not too late, Marky.
You know, he's got a good point there.
DDP started late.
I just turned 40. I mean, I'm not
Now
I'm
you're
not
a
done
man.
yet.
You're a man. You're 40.
Do some yoga and you're all set.
I do DDP
Some
yoga. That stuff is
You do
great.
yoga.
DDP yoga.
DDP yoga.
good stuff.
If there's
Maybe.
nobody else that
Not too
has
late.
any questions, what time we got right now? It's 11:30.
Is it already 11:30?
It's already
Yeah,
11:30.
Triple Eyes
Yes.
is already got his
Holy
bed made and all that. He's
Yeah,
ready to go.
he's ready to go. So Lilith, plug in your socials real quick. I know we kind of prematurely did it before, but we'll do it again because I think this is going to be the end of the show.
Okay. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, all under Lilith Grimm, except for Twitter, which is at Grimm Lilith. But if you search Lilith Grimm, I should pop up still there. I'm on Pro Wrestling Tees as well. So just find me on any of the social medias. I'm there. I make my presence known.
All right, we got Ian. Love getting to talk with you guys. And then Owen Easton coming in out of nowhere. Hashtag Buffalo. And there we go.
Buffalo and getting it going.
He better bring Brew with him next Saturday.
Ian.
Not going to need Brew.
Ian.
It's a one-on-one.
Hashtag Buffaloan. And then Jet. Hashtag Owen's gonna die.
There we go.
And then Albuquerque baby girl, thanks Lilith, with the Lilith emote from Rocky Mountain Pros page.
It's a good emote.
Echo spamming
It's a really good
emote
emote
as well. Guys, thank you all for joining this show. What a show it was. We can't thank Lilith Grimm enough to be a part of this show.
Thank you so much.
Lilith, hang on the call for a couple minutes. I do want to shoot something over to you right after the show. We're going to raid somebody. And we have a few people on from Team RMP, I do believe. However...
He's live at the moment.
Who's live?
Yaden's live at the moment.
Is he the only RMP guy?
That I see, yes.
Yeah, definitely give Yaden some love. He works really hard on his Twitch.
Yep.
But that being said, everybody that's in the chat right now, definitely give these guys some love because they put in a lot of work to our company, to Rocky Mountain Pro, to us wrestlers, and we appreciate you guys a lot. We were very glad to have you for Milestone, and you know, I love
so much fun.
I love it how much you guys love what we do. It means a lot to us, and that's why we take the time to do these shows. And it was super fun to be a part of this. So please, guys, show these guys some love. Give them a follow. Give them a subscribe. You know, donate some biddies. Like, watch their shows. It's worth it.
And the
Thank
next
you,
couple
Lilith,
weeks,
for the kind words. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
It meant so much.
it does mean a whole hell of a lot, especially coming from you. As a matter of fact, the next couple weeks, we are going to be officially, after we've taken a few weeks off from the Colorado trip, we are going to be officially grading the Colorado Cup and Milestone 11 the next couple weeks. So, oh my God, Echo with 5 gifted. Thank you, Echo.
Lilith, very smart to listen to Lilith. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Albuquerque Baby Girl, for 100 biddies as well. Greatly appreciate all you guys in the Death Drop Army and the Rocky Mountain Pro Faithful. Without you guys, this show wouldn't be a thing. And with the partnership with Rocky Mountain Pro, I said this when we were at Milestone. I said it to Yaden's face and Titus's face. Whatever the outcome comes for Rocky Mountain Pro in terms of the Twitch aspect of it, if they sink, we sink. That's kind of the commitment that we have between the two channels right now, and it's going to stay like that through thick and thin. So we're not going anywhere. Rocky Mountain Pro, I guarantee you, will not be going anywhere, because we're going to try our hardest to help Rocky Mountain Pro in any way, shape, or form, especially on Twitch. So we're going to raid the boss man himself, actually.
Boss man!
So I need you guys to show him just as much love as you showed us tonight. Thank you guys all for watching. We greatly appreciate every single one of you. You guys have no idea how much you guys mean to us and the Do's and Belts crew. Other than that, guys, I know that our gaming streams have been cut short. I've been taking a couple weeks off from that because I need a little bit of downtime for myself. I do have somewhat of a life outside of Twitch, so I've been trying to catch up on that. I'm trying to. Sometimes it don't work, but so I've been trying to get back into the swing of things, and we got some stuff coming down the pipeline that will probably be announced within the next couple months. But until then, guys, we'll keep you on the suspense. We're gonna raid you over to Yaden. You guys all have a good night, and we will see you live immediately after Rocky Mountain Pro Charge for the Dues and Belts recharge. Take care, folks.